This episode of Ham Talk Live is brought to you by Tower Electronics. For connectors, cables, and more, call 920-435-2973 or visit pl-259.com. And by ICOM. Heard it, worked it, logged it. Visit www.icomamerica.com/amateur for more information about ICOM radios.
It's Ham Radio.
Hello, everyone. It's Ham Talk Live, episode number 297, live from Dayton, Hamvention 2022. And we're recording this live on Thursday, May 19th, 2022. I'm your host, Neil Rapp, WD9VPG. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Ham Talk Live. Tonight we're joined by Paul Braun, WD9GCO, Eric Elwell, KD4BNT, and Michael Kalter, W8CI. And if you're listening to us live, it's late. Sorry about that, but had an opportunity to go to a celebration tonight with Dr. Scott Wright, K0MD. So I want to thank him for having a nice dinner tonight and a little celebration of his 45th Hamiversary. And his birthday. It was on Monday too. So happy birthday to Scott. Well, anyway, the last episode, Joe Eisenberg, K0NEB, was here to talk about kit building and kits to look for this weekend at Hamvention. If you missed the show, you can listen anytime at hamtalklive.com or on your favorite podcast app or on YouTube. And you can catch the rebroadcast of Ham Talk Live on WTWW, that's 5085 AM, Saturday afternoons at about 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So we're going to take a look at weather, we're going to look at traffic, we're going to look at parking, all those kinds of things. So we'll be back to do that right after this word from ICOM America, right here on Ham Talk Live. Be a Field Day leader with ICOM. Field Day is Ham Radio's most popular event, and it's just around the corner. On June 26th and 27th, more than 40,000 North American hams come together to operate remotely. Connect with nature, connect with friends. With a powerful and high-quality ICOM base station, easily cut through the pile-ups to get that contesting edge. Our popular IC705 portable, IC7300, and IC7610 SDR transceivers are the clear choice for DXers and contesters across the globe. The IC705 is the perfect transceiver for hams who enjoy both the great indoors and outdoors on field day. It's the perfect contesting companion. This base station provides features and functionality at the tip of your fingers in a portable package covering HF 6 meters, 2 meters, and 70 centimeters and weighs in at just under 2 pounds. It has a 4.3-inch color touchscreen with live band scope and waterfall, 5 watts with a battery, 10 watts with a power supply. It has sideband, CW, AM, FM, and full D-Star functions, Bluetooth, wireless LAN, micro SD card slot, micro USB connector, integrated GPS, and a speaker mic come standard. New accessories are now available: the MBF 705 desktop stand and the AH 705 optional automatic antenna tuner that covers 1.8 megahertz to 50 megahertz bands with a 30 meter or longer wire antenna. The IC7300 is a high-performance innovative HF transceiver with a compact design that will far exceed your expectations. This innovative HF transceiver digitizes RF before various receiver stages, reducing the generated inherent noise in different IF stages. This is the radio that changed the way entry-level HF is designed. With RF direct sampling, 15 discrete bandpass filters, the large color touchscreen, spectrum scope, and SD card slot. The real HF fun starts here. The IC7610 is the SDR every ham wants. This high-performance SDR has the ability to pick out faint signals in the presence of stronger adjacent ones. The IC7610 by ICOM is a direct sampling, software-defined radio that's changed the world's definition of an SDR transceiver. It has 110 dB RMDR, dual Digicel, independent dual receivers, and an RF direct sampling system. Visit ICOMAmerica.com/amateur for more information on ICOM radios.
Mr. Carlson, I'm so glad I caught you before you left. I wanted to wish you a safe and successful mission to Dayton.
Well, thank you, Les.
Dayton is where Mother lives.
I know, Les.
Coming to you live from Dayton, Ohio, here's Neil Rapp with more Ham Talk Live.
Welcome back to Ham Talk Live. Coming to you live from Dayton Hamvention 2022. And had a chance to get out there today and take a look around a little bit and get things set up for some of the youth activities in the Yoda booth. And was actually, for the first time, came in on Wednesday and picked up some stuff and dropped some stuff off. And so that was pretty cool, but it's just really good to see everybody again. And Paul Braun, WD9GCO, is here, and I haven't seen him in quite a while. So it's been 2 very long years since we've had a Hamvention. So Paul, welcome.
Thank you very much. It has been. Let's see, you stopped up by where I live right before the wedding, and we talked. But yeah, we haven't been able to do this since 2019. It's fun to get together with all the people that you talk to on the air or you interact with on Facebook or whatever, and you get to see them in person. And also for us, one of the cool things is you meet the people who listen to Newsline. Because, when you're sitting at home recording the thing and you send it out to Dropbox and on the internet, you've got no idea if anybody is actually listening to it. And when you have people come up and say, yeah, I listen every week, it's like, yeah, all right. It feels like you're doing something. So,
yeah, it was so good to as I was trying to set everything up, of course, but this person to come up, that person come up and was like, hi, how you doing? And a couple of people who I had no idea who they were, and they're like, hi, Neil, how are you? I'm like, well, but it was just really good, and got to see a lot of old friends and friends of the show, and tonight at dinner, even some of the former guests on the show that some of whom I'd never met before in real life.
Yeah, and that's one of the things you start to learn when you're a semi-public personality, I guess. We are sort of, that there's people who know who you are because they listen to you. And in the 2018, I think, when we had a booth, it was weird. I had people come up who asked to take their pictures with me, and I'm like, really? Me? Okay. I'm just me, but yeah, so I mean it's interesting and fun. And you get to also see the people, like I said, that you interact with once a year or in between. It's nice to get together. It's kind of like a gathering of the tribe.
Yeah. Well, the name this year, Reunion, for the theme was very, very appropriate, and so I know there's still some concern out there about COVID, and so I know some people aren't going to be able to make it, but it really is good to see people again, and hopefully things will continue to get better over the years. Anyway, I know things aren't exactly getting better at the moment, but hopefully another year goes by and things are better than they are today. So, Well, anyway, enough about us. It's time to check in on the weather for this year's Dayton Hamvention.
I used to get wet. I used to sweat. I used to get caught outside in the rain and snow. But now I'm warm and dry. Please don't fall on me from the sky. 'Cause I get my weather from the radio.
We have on the line here Eric Elwell, KD4BNT. He is the chief meteorologist at Spectrum Channel 1, which I am happy to say I have here in the hotel room. I was checking it out last night. So, Eric, what's Hamvention look like for this year?
Well, Neil, it's looking pretty hot. Thanks for inviting me on here. Your Hamvention forecast is going to be a warm one, I do believe. We're going to be tracking a couple of chances for storms. We've got a few around that we've been monitoring here this evening. And with temperatures climbing and the humidity climbing as well, some of these storms could be fairly intense. So we'll want to look out for that. Storms, any of those around here overnight should diminish pretty quickly. In the morning, we'll get back to sunshine. And it is going to be the hottest couple of days so far in 2022, go figure, for both Friday and Saturday. Our high temperatures here in Xenia are going to be up around 90 to 91 degrees. So inside and with a fan or some cool air is going to be nice. Drink some water if you've got that around, because it is going to be quite hot the next couple of days. We are tracking a cold front that'll come in into western Ohio, maybe as early as Saturday night. That could bring some storms in Saturday evening. And then the front kind of gets hung up a little bit, then moves off to the east Sunday, and the temperatures start to drop back down. But it is going to be a warm couple of days here, at least for the start of the weekend. We'll cool off once we get past Sunday, and temperatures do dip back in the low 70s for highs for early next week. So enjoy Hamvention. It is going to be a hot one. That is your exclusive Ham Talk live Hamvention weather forecast. Spectrum News 1 Chief Meteorologist Eric Elwell, 7-3 from KD4BNT.
All right. Thanks again, Eric. We appreciate that. And again, you can catch Eric on Spectrum Cable on Spectrum News 1, and that's across Ohio on Channel 1. And while you're here in the Dayton area, tune that in for continuing weather coverage. So some things coming up at Hamvention. We are going to have our mascot, Hammy, is back. And he will be wandering around Hamvention on Friday and Saturday around lunchtime. And we'd love to see your photos with Hammy. So if you get your picture with Hammy, make sure you post those online with the hashtag HamTalkLive. And Hammy will be giving away some stuff, our stickers and our famous Loyal Listener Club nerd cards and some T-shirts, actually, too. So make sure you look for Hammy if you're here at Hamvention. Well, the weather's going to be okay in the daytime. It sounds like the evening hours are going to be a little wet, but it's going to be hot, so it's not the greatest forecast. But the gas prices, Paul, are not so great.
No, they are not. Especially, well, you now only have an hour drive to get here. For me, it's 4.5 or 5, so that almost $5 a gallon. That hurts, but
Yeah, so I'm not going to tell you what I paid when I left northern Kentucky. It's not the rate that's going around here, let me tell you. So most places right now are at $4.49. It's pretty solidly $4.49 no matter where you go. There are some as low as $4.39. But they are kind of few and far between. So if you see something under $4.49, I'd take it. In Xenia, the lowest is Walmart at $4.47. In Xenia itself, Costco was $4.19. I did that last night. Actually, I decided better top off the tank.
That's where I'm getting gas before I go home then.
Yes, exactly. That's where to get gas before you go home. And Sam's Club just down the road from us here is $4.33, but everywhere else it's pretty much $4.49. So not real great on the gas prices, but we knew that. So there you go. All right. Well, when we come back, we're going to talk to Michael Kalter, WHCI, the official spokesperson of the Dayton Hamvention, and we'll talk about some of the activities and parking and traffic and all that kind of thing right after this word from Tower Electronics right here on Ham Talk Live.
Thanks for choosing Tower Electronics. How may we help you today? We have PL259s, we have in connectors, we have SMA adapters, we have BNC adapters. What can I show you today?
Where's the tower?
Well, we don't actually have a tower with us, but we have all kinds of things you can use with a tower. We have power poles, antennas, soldering irons, and meters.
Where's the tower?
Ma'am, that's the name of our company. We can't haul towers to all the Hamfests across the country that we visit, but we have almost every connector and adapter you would need to connect your antenna that's on your tower.
I don't think there's a tower back there. I really don't.
Tower Electronics. Visit us at a Hamfest near you or call 920-435-2973 or see our whole catalog at pl-259.com. Sorry, one thing we don't have is a tower.
Tower Electronics will be at the Dayton Hamvention this weekend at Building 3. You can see them at booth 3501, or you can also see them in the flea market in 9112. Just look for the big yellow blimp. But you can also order online at pl-259.com and tell them you heard it on Ham Talk Live, and maybe they'll charge you double.
Coming to you live from Dayton, Ohio, here's Neil Rapp with more Ham Talk Live.
Welcome back to Ham Talk Live. It's our Hamvention Prep episode, coming to you live from Spring Hill Suites, Miamisburg, just down the street from the Dayton Mall. Thanks for tuning in tonight, and we hope we're helping your trip to Hamvention be more enjoyable. And we'll mention that Kevin, our sales manager here at Spring Hill Suites, notified me that Friday night's the busiest night, and he said there were 8 rooms left. So there are a few rooms available if you're coming to Hamvention and didn't get a reservation. There are a few rooms left for Friday and quite a few for Saturday. So that's the latest on that. So if you're looking for a room, maybe that'll help out. Well, we're going to talk more Hamvention, but first, you know what time it is. It's time for the joke of the week.
Now it's time for the Ham Talk Live Ham Radio Joke of the Week, the part of the show where Rick tells us a ham radio joke. The Ham Talk Live Ham Radio Joke of the Week is brought to you by QRM Labs. Now, here's Rick Garrett in 9GSU with today's Ham Talk Live Joke of the Week.
I was so excited when I heard my wife say she was going to Dayton to look for an antenna. I was very disappointed when I realized what she really said. She was going to look after Aunt Anna.
This has been the Ham Talk Live Ham Radio Joke of the Week with Rick Garrett in 9GSU. Tune in again next week for another joke from Rick.
Oh, no. Aunt Anna. What do you think, Paul?
There have been some bad ones. Yeah. That was definitely one of them.
But I like it. It was Hamvention themed. Yes. It was Hamvention themed, so he gets points for that. So, all right. Well, Rick will be back with another Ham Talk Live Joke of the Week next week. But right now we are live in Dayton, Ohio with Paul Braun, WD9GCO. I'm Neil Rapp, WB9VPG. And earlier today, I had a chance to sit down with Michael Kalter, W8CI, the official spokesperson for the Dayton Hamvention, to talk about traffic, parking, shuttle buses, and that kind of thing. So here is Michael. All right, we're here live at Hamvention with Michael Kalter, W8CI, the spokesperson of the Dayton Hamvention. And Michael, I know today's kind of crazy trying to get everything ready. How are things going so far?
You know, Neil, they're going great. The ticket sales are amazing. We're getting surge of ticket sales, which is going to be, good for us, good for all of amateur radio. And it looks like the weather, although it may be warm, we're expecting rain only in the evening. So other than that, looks really great. Everybody seems to be getting along. Things are coming together good. And I'm excited to be here again after finally to have this reunion after 2 years hiatus. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, which this always happens to me. But every time I turn around, I run into somebody to talk to. But it seems especially more so this year because it has been 2 long years. So we're really happy to be back here as well. So let's talk a little bit about getting here and the traffic and the parking. So maybe we'll do the parking first. You have some remote parking available, and then you have some parking on site. So tell us about that.
Right. We have 3 off-site places where you can go to. One of them is in the center of Xenia, what they call Xenia Town Square. Another one's Xenia High School, and the other one is Freedom Park. That's right, and that's over in Beaver Creek. And you can catch a bus there and be delivered very close to the main entrance. So very excited about that. I do want to mention, too, Neil, that on Sunday, anybody who wants to come, if they're interested or you brought somebody that said, you just go on without me or I don't want to buy a ticket, be here Sunday. You can get in free. You get a special ticket to get in. You won't be able to win any prizes, but you'll get in free if you want to see what this is about.
All right, very good. And they just go to the main ticket booth to get that on Sunday if they do that?
Correct. And the ticket booths are located just right outside the main entrance.
Okay, and then so we've got the remote parking, and those buses will be running back and forth all the time. Tell us a little bit about the on-site parking.
Oh, we have a large on-site parking area, and actually you can't even see from one end to the other, because it goes way around a corner. But tremendous amount of parking here, and we have people that will help you get parked. Parking is free. They'll wave you right in. They'll help you get to the next available parking spot. And we do have some golf cart shuttles if needed. There is a handicap place, handicap segment there, and just follow the signs, but you will have to have the correct placards to be able to park there.
All right, very good. Any big traffic issues with the interstate roads in the local area?
Actually, we're in very good shape. A lot of the roads have been repaved and look great. And in this time of the year, this is and especially I think the next few days, it'll be a beautiful sunrise, we hope. And when you come in, it'll be very scenic. This is a very beautiful part of Ohio, and we're glad to show it off. But we have worked with our Sheriff's Department, our regional highway patrol post, as well as the Xenia Police, to make sure we have good traffic flow. When I say make sure we have good traffic flow, some of the traffic patterns will be changed, and then we also will have officers will be controlling traffic lights or actually being in intersections just to be sure people can move safely to where they want to get to Hamvention, right?
Exactly. All right. Well, I've seen a lot of the buildings here yesterday and today, and looks like things are coming together. So we hope that everybody will come out and enjoy Hamvention 2022, the reunion, and it truly is. So any final comments here about other things that are happening here in the last few days?
Well, of course, Neil, we have some spectacular prizes, and one of them, our grand prize, is worth just short of $20,000, donated jointly by DX Engineering and ICOM, which is really a wonderful thing. And they support Hamvention, they support amateurs. I also want to say that when you're here, thank a volunteer, because we're all volunteers. There's nobody gets paid to do anything here. And, we do hire outside services, of course, but very few of those, and we have such a great volunteer workforce. And so please thank them. And they're all working hard to make this a great event for all amateurs.
All right, Michael, thank you very much for your time. I'll let you get back to your multitude of texts and phone calls and places to run.
Neil, thank you. It's been a pleasure, as always. Appreciate what you do. We're glad you're here, and I know you're getting ready with some great youth activities here. And for those of you who can't see this spot, where he's stationed at for the youth activities, it's really beautiful. Thanks for all you do, Neil. 7-3, everybody. See you here at Hamvention.
All right, so that's Michael Kalter, W8CI, as had a chance to speak with him this afternoon from the Hamvention site. And for updates as Hamvention is going on, you can check the talk-in frequencies. The primary is 146.940, and the PL is 123. And the bulletin loop is on 145.525, and also hamvention.org. And the social media accounts. And don't forget the ARRL Events smartphone app. There's all kinds of stuff in that app. The forum schedule and people and events that are going on in addition to the official Hamvention stuff. So don't forget about the smartphone app. Just search for Hamvention in your app store. And assistance is also available on HF on mid-cars on 7258. So some of the activities that are going on this weekend in conjunction with Hamvention, we will be attending on Saturday, I believe. That's the National Voice of America Museum of Broadcasting open house for Hamvention guests. That's at Westchester, Ohio, just south of Dayton off of I-75 at Tylersville Road. So if you haven't had a chance to visit the museum, now is a great time to go. And there's a lot of hams that combine that with their trips, and we always have a great time there. The museum hours, they had 1 to 9 today. They have 1 to 9 again tomorrow and Saturday. And then on Sunday, it's 1 to 5. So, the evenings are, you can spend the day at Hamvention, then spend the evenings, over at the Voice of America Museum. So, check that out. The website there is voamuseum.org. And, Paul, we always have a good time over there.
Yeah, we do. The first time was 2017 was the first Xenia Hamvention, right? I believe so. Yeah, and that's the first time we went to the museum, and we got to tour, in the condition that it was at that time, and we get to work the station, the club station that's there, and that's a lot of fun. But what's really cool is to see every year we go back to see the progress they've made on the museum and how it's improved, and they've made the exhibits nicer and more interesting, and they've opened up more parts. You can walk through the transmitter now, 1/4 kilowatt transmitter. Clearly it's not running at this time, but it's an amazing thing to see, and listen to the history of it. So it's well worth your time if you're in the area to get out there and take a look at it.
Yeah, sure is. So, again, voamuseum.org, and you can check that out. Now, if you haven't heard yet, the Contest University, which happened earlier today, and the Contest Super Suite and all the top band dinner and all that kind of stuff has moved. It's no longer in downtown Dayton. It is now at the Hope Hotel in Fairborn, which is actually on the Wright-Patterson Air Force Base campus. And the contest super suite is open from 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. Each night there at the Hope Hotel. And Paul, I had to run some stuff over to drop off last night, and I will say, make sure you pay attention to the signage, because if not, you may end up trying to go through the gate into the Air Force Base, and when you tell the guard that you're dropping off stuff at the hotel, they look at you funny and ask you for your ID, and then they escort your car around, and when you get ready to drive off, then they give you your ID back, and they say, okay, here are the directions. Do not go through the light. Do not go through the light. You have to turn at the gate. So I that's what I hear anyway.
It sounds very specific, though. So I'm guessing this wouldn't have happened to you, because you wouldn't have done that. No, not at all. And I just realized, because it's really really late, and my brain is tired, the transmitter at the VOA was not a 1/4 kilowatt, which is nothing. It was a 1/4 megawatt, 250,000 watts when that thing was up and working. So, but yeah, try not to drive onto the Air Force Base. They generally frown on that.
Yeah, typically they do. So now you're only off by, a few powers of 10 there. So, All right. Well, thanks to Hamvention and Contest University, there will be a bus from the Hope Hotel that will take hams to the front area of Hamvention on Friday and Saturday. So they will do that until 5 p.m. on Friday and on Saturday, and there were not any other hotel stops on that trip. And tomorrow night at the Hope Hotel at 10 o'clock, the band is back together, Paul, after they broke up. They've decided to come back together. It's the Spurious Emissions Band tomorrow night, 10 o'clock, Hope Hotel. What do you think?
Well, I think if people don't start calling out for the Baofeng song right from the get-go, that you're it's like the Freebird. It's like the Freebird of the ham radio music world, so that they can't leave until they play that, just so you know. Thank you.
Maybe we should play the whole song. I don't know. Well, anyway. Dara also is opening their clubhouse from 6 to 8 p.m. That's in Huber Heights at 6619 Bell Fountain Road. And that's on Friday and Saturday. The collegiate dinner, the collegiate people are getting together Saturday night at 6:15 at Bagger Dave's in Centerville. So you can check that out. And like I said, we've got youth activities going on at the Yoda booth. We have a youth social time from noon to 1 on both Friday and Saturday with free snacks and some water and sports drinks, I think we have. And then, of course, we have the youth forum going on and a couple of other forums going on. And then the Cary forum, the collegiate forum, and followed by their annual dinner. So lots of stuff for the youth as well to pick and choose from. So, Paul, that's really all I have. Now, usually we have you going off and doing something kind of crazy. So like the first year we were at Xenia, we sent you over to Hera Arena to cover Hamvention, and no one was there. And then I think it was last time you went out in the parking lot and we played Let's Look for Texans, and we didn't find any Texans. So I think we ended up changing that to Let's Look for Antennas or ham radio license plates, and you were able to find some of those.
Surprisingly, yes, there were some cars in the parking lot with antennas, mine included. So, but yeah, unfortunately this year it's really late and it's storming. So I'm sorry, I'm not going to go outside and look for stuff. But, it's always fun. That was really frustrating that first year, though, because I'm just standing there outside of Hera, and there's nobody. You didn't tell me that they'd moved the Hamfest to another part of the area. That's what I get for being the new guy on the team.
Oh my goodness! So we're gonna have to come up with something next year. This year we're still kind of phased out from COVID and all that kind of thing. So yeah, next year we'll have to come up with a new roving reporter theme for you to do.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah,
we can do that. All right. Well, again, if you need a room, Spring Hill Suites here in Miamisburg has a few more available for Friday and several for Saturday. So make sure you give them a call and say hello to Kevin Thompson, the sales director here, and he'll take care of you. They take good care of us each and every year. So thanks to Spring Hill Suites Miamisburg for taking care of our hotel needs here during Hamvention. Well, before we go tonight, let's take one more look at the weather with Eric Elwell, KD4BNT.
Your Hamvention weather is looking hot. We're tracking some storms, though. We may have to dodge a few of those. That's no stranger to Hamvention, it seems. We'll have to deal with occasional storms around here during the night. And then again, late Saturday into Saturday night, a few storms could cross as well. Otherwise, prepare for the heat as we head into the afternoon here. Both Friday and Saturday, temperatures are going to be up near 90 degrees with mostly sunny skies during the day. But again, at night here tonight, and again Friday night into early Saturday, and then Saturday night there could be some storms. With your Hamvention weather, I'm Spectrum News 1 Chief Meteorologist Eric Elwell, 7-3 from KD4BNT.
All right, thanks, Eric. And that is a wrap for this edition of Ham Talk Live from Dayton. I'd like to thank my guests, Eric Elwell, KD4BNT, Michael Kalter, W8CI, and Paul Braun, WD9GCO, and everybody out there in cyberspace for listening. And we even had Troy Simpson, W9KVR, listening from East Central Illinois. So thanks for staying up and listening to us tonight. And we invite you back next time for Ham Talk Live. And for a list of our upcoming guests, just go to hamtalklive.com. So for now, this is Neil Rapp, WB9VPG.
And Paul Braun, WD9GCO.
Saying 7-3, 7-5, and may the good DX be yours.
For 73 to you and your family, I'll be seeing you further down below. Your 73s to you and your family, I'll be seeing you further down below.